if you look to your left on the screen, you will see some kiosks, and these kiosks are self-serve kiosks, and these kiosks run from about $1,500 to $3,000 on average, and that's a one-time payment. That's one-time cost. So, in case you were wondering, this is what your $15 minimum wage will look like. Those that are clamoring for $15 an hour, who do very little, to take someone's order, which, let's be honest, they mess up anyway, to flip burgers, to prepare food that all it takes is, pouring some water in it. I worked at Taco Bell for a while. The meat, in case you didn't know, the meat comes in bags that are frozen. And all you got to do is put them in some warm water. Now, I hope I don't get sued by Taco Bell. Illuminati confirmed. But here's the deal. It's very minimal effort. So why do you expect more than minimum wage? The truth is that a lot of fast food workers make more than the federal minimum wage. And that's fine. If that's what you are worth, that's fine with me. Now, I personally have never made minimum wage, or probably if $7.25 is the minimum wage, I don't think that I've had a job that was $9 an hour or less. And the reason that is because I've always worked construction, and there is not a shortage of construction jobs available. What there is a shortage of people willing to work for their money. So when you've got fast food workers protesting in 15 different U.S. cities that they should be paid $15 an hour, meanwhile, the average Ohio EMT makes $12.72 hours, I just wonder why those fast food workers feel like they deserve $15 an hour. Well, I think these EMTs deserve $15 an hour. I think firefighters and people that put themselves in the line of fire or in harm's way or save lives, these people do deserve $15 an hour. If you excel in whatever job, even if it's fast food, if you put your mind to it and you excel and you show that you are worth more, they will pay you more. That is how every job works. If you are worth more, they will pay you more. It's just common sense. And the argument of discrimination, ignorant. If you are a African American and you're getting paid less for the same job that a white American makes, if you're getting paid less, you're going to sue. They're not going to open themselves up to that liability. So do not tell me, because we'd have lawsuits all over the place. Women, there was a law passed in the 1960s for equal pay for equal work for women and men. So the pay gap is made up. It's a talking point. It's a narrative. And just like the racism, I don't know a person. I'm in Kentucky. I don't know a person that is actually racist. If you are a good person, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, if you are a good person, if you are respected, if you are respectable, if you are respectful, you will be treated that way. Period. Now, if you're loud, annoying, and obnoxious, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian, Hispanic. You're not going to get the same respect. So it's the same way with work. If you're not going to work hard, you're not going to get paid as well as if you were working hard. In my opinion, this is the argument. Minimum effort means minimum wage. That's my argument. We look here. This is just a chart that I found on salary.com. The median income for a fast food worker, $22,550. Now let's back up here to EMT. Y'all are already making pretty much the same thing, minus $4,000. Now, I think that's unfair. I don't think that your fast food working is a highly sought after position. It's not a hard position to fill. So why don't you work, move up the ladder, become management. And so here's the deal. I have a friend that works at Panera Bread. When they hired him for $12 an hour. And the reason that is because he had experience. He likes fast food. He likes working that. And that's great. If you like doing what you're doing, do it. And do it well. The Bible says to do everything as if unto the Lord. That means everything, including everything and excluding nothing. Do everything as if unto the Lord. And it also says in the Bible that a man is worth his wage. If you don't work, you don't eat. Now, unfortunately, we see people expecting handouts. Well, I'll tell you something. There are not a shortage of construction construction jobs. There is a shortage of people willing to work. So, let's read this article from The Insider, but before we do, please hit the subscribe button, the bell for notification, like, comment, and of course, share these videos around as it helps us to beat the censors. All right. Members from both sides of the aisle have balked at the idea of a $15 minimum wage. So there's some common sense on both sides. I like it. Moderate Democrats have called the increase too large, favoring a lower amount of 11. Republicans, too, have rejected the push to more than double the current federal minimum wage, which has been $7.25 per hour since 2009. They argued that the measure could cause harm to small businesses and trigger more job losses. If you've got a small business and you're paying your workers $10 an hour, and so now you've got, let's say a small business, you got three employees that come in every day. Well, the minimum wage just went up to $15 an hour. So now you either have to pay $45 an hour to keep these employees, or you let one go. If you want to make profit, which nobody goes into business to be broke, even nonprofits, it's kind of insane to see some of the money that these nonprofits. Remember the Lincoln Project? Look up the Lincoln Project. There was some nasty stuff that came out, and these are the people. I'm getting sidetracked, but the Lincoln Project, one of the chairmen was touching boys for years and years and years, and harassing and trying to get young boys to do creepy stuff. And you're not going to hear anything about them anymore because they are going under. But these people talk about integrity and have none. Okay, it's the pot calling the kettle black. Back to my minimum wage argument, okay? So you're going to let someone go, especially if the government forces you to pay insurance, that kind of thing. All right, let's continue to read. Due to the widespread opposition, Biden has since suggested that the provision may not be included in the final coronavirus bill. However, Commie Bernie Sanders of Vermont, chairman of the Senate Budget Committee, let me reread that. Commie Bernie Sanders of Vermont, chairman of the Senate Budget Committee. Commie Sanders said he's committed to pushing the minimum wage bill without Senate Republican support through a process called budget reconciliation. The move would override the 60-vote requirement needed to end the filibuster and allow legislation to pass with a simple majority vote of 51. Never let a socialist be in charge of the budget. That's just my opinion. So, this article, it makes sense, which I know that the Democrats don't like that. They don't like reason. But I don't think that Sanders is going to get his majority vote, but here's the deal. Anything is possible at this point. So the government doesn't think you're essential. Already doesn't think you're essential. And if you're asking for a $15 minimum wage and they give it to you, they're A, trying to buy your vote, B, making sure that your job is outsourced. They want you to come for a handout. They want to give you these stimulus checks. They want you on welfare. They want you to say, yes, daddy. That's what they want. They want you subservient so that they can continue to be in power, continue to tighten the screws, to rip value from you. That's why the older people are non-essential. That's why Cuomo allowed the elderly to be essentially murdered by his policies. Because the older you are, the less you're going to be working, the less taxes you're going to be paying, and you're going to start drawing Social Security. You're not essential. And I'm going to leave it there. But I will say this. If you're worried, don't be. There's a God that loves you, that wants to see you go to Him, wants you not to be anxious about these things, because guess what? This world is fleeting. You're going to be here today and gone tomorrow. And then what? You have an eternal soul that is yearning for Him. So don't wait. Make sure you get right with God. Thanks. Make sure you subscribe, share these videos around, and God bless.